Now to you regular viewers, this is probably without question the worst video I've put out in a long time. So if you want to save yourself 5 minutes, click stop right now. So this morning I go to Lowe's and I pick up my 2x4s and 1x4s. And the 1x4s are going to be for a sort of a rack that's going to go overhead that I'm going to be able to clamp my lights on. And in other words, I'll be able to position my lights in just exactly the right position. And also I want to have my camera hanging down instead of sitting on a little tripod on the table. And anyway, it's minus 27 this morning when I got up here in Winnipeg. So I get back and my lumber's still in the car, and I'm thinking I'm going to take a bit of a breather here and psych myself up to going out there in the cold and hauling this stuff in. And so I'm reading my bill, and I notice, they only charged me for 7 1x4s. So I'm thinking I got a freebie, and then a little bit next down I see, no, they've charged me extra for one that was supposed to be sanded 4 sides. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll watch for it as I'm hauling them in. And I concluded it was probably this one right here, because it looked the nicest. But when I checked the tags, for the SKU number, it's this one. And I cannot see any difference. In fact, it's not as nice as some of the others. So it was all out of the same pile. It's not like I tried to sneak one in. Now my fridge stops. Okay, I don't need to shout anymore. That fridge is over 40 years old, believe it or not. Yeah, so I've had to work on it a couple of times, but it's still going. Anyway, yeah. So I spent over 2 times as much here for one of these boards, and I'm going to send this video to Lowe's here and see if they're going to, accommodate me. Anyways, probably not a whole lot I got to tell you today, other than I got my lumber and I'm going to start on the model table. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fancy. Well, at least it'll be fancy for the living room. It'll look terrible because I'm not planning on painting it. And the reason I'm not going to paint it is because I find that if I paint something and I bang something against the painted lumber, the paint comes up onto whatever I bang it with, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to paint it. I'm just going to leave it bare wood. Yeah, it's probably going to be all taken apart in a couple of years anyway, so. Oh, that's another thing. I'm going to be careful not to screw, or rather to glue any of the joints. I'm just going to screw everything together here. Picked up a bunch of extra screws because I'm getting kind of low in my supply downstairs there. You can tell I'm desperate for something to say here, right? Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Now, if you happen to be Lowe's customer service, I'm not trying to make a mountain out of a molehill here. It's only a difference of $4.80 plus taxes. And yeah, it's not worth driving back to me. But I'm just sort of curious as to what you do in a case like this. I'm putting a close-up of the receipt and close-up of the SKU tags on the ends of the 1x4s. And the SKU tag in question will be the very top one. You should be able to read it, unless you're watching this on your cell phone.